Test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test. All right. So audio's working. Chat working. Chat's working. All right. Tunes. You do hear voice. How you doing? Just slipping work? Always here 15 minutes early with bells on. Good, good. Starting off back at spawn today. Want to try something. So I've noticed a recurring number in this world. I have found three. Excuse me. I have found 3 abyss forges. Not abyss forges. Not treacherous abyss. Void decree. I found 3 void decrees. Oh, well, that's always good. You know, you start off on a bad foot and it's all uphill from there. Or downhill, I guess. Whichever one's better. So I found 3 treacherous abyss. I keep saying treacherous, not treacherous abyss. I found 3 void decrees. I found 3 capybaras, and I found 3 mortified walls. 3 separate instances. So I'm thinking maybe there's other trios out there. Maybe there's 3 of other stuff that I can find. Yeah, in my other world, I've only ever found 1 cappy. It is... My mind is still blown that I found 3 in this world. I don't even know what I could use 3 capybara merchants for. Like, I farmed them out all the items I'd ever need from them. I have 2 large chests of coins. I don't need any more money. I mean, I guess I could use them to farm runelite. Yeah, it really is an amazing seed. When the new update comes and I start a new one, I'm definitely gonna... I might tool around in this seed a little bit just to see what's still there. I'm definitely going to mark down some coordinates on some of these things so I can fly out and see what's still there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm glad I documented this because, man, 3-4 years from now, people won't believe me. They're like, you didn't find 3 cameras. Like, oh, yeah, I got the video. Go check my playlist. Yeah, in fact, I noticed that they were between like 25 and 50K. Like all of them. I kind of always had this theory that there would be like some kind of a sweet spot on the map that would be like higher probability areas for POIs to spawn. And I feel, and granted, it's anecdotal because I've only got 2 different save files. But even in my other save file, everything's between 20 and 40. So go ahead and hop in and take a look. I'm going to turn on all of my all my beacons. So for my 2 ships, obviously, and spawn. We go get ourselves a bird's eye view here. Oh, that's my spawn flag. I don't want to take that. That's the one I want to take down. We'll get rid of this. All right, so we'll go over here. Now, let's see what we got. Let's turn everything on. Turn off Scorpion. We'll turn off Spawn. All right. There we go. So all the cappies are over there. I was going from the capybaras over to Dauntless March. That's when I found that void decree. And then the other 2 are over there. I guess I must have kept going this way. So let's see. We got 25, 33, 54. That's a little bit more than 50. 53, 56, 34, 36, 31. So like the closest thing is Dauntless March, and it was 25K. But like what I did was I looked around and I'm like, there's nothing in this direction, so I went that way, and that's how I found that void decree. I went over that way because there wasn't anything there. So I think what I'll do, I might go this way today. That's my theory. That's how I find stuff. Like I come to spawn and I look around and I'm like, okay, there's nothing in this direction. I haven't found anything there yet. So I'm just going to go that way. I think that's what I'm going to do for today. So, yeah, we're going that. Yeah, I'm less doing the spiral now. I'm doing more hub and spoke. I go to spawn, I pick a direction, and I go for 50k. And if I don't find anything, I go back to spawn and I pick a different direction. I might expand it to 55k since we got all our capybaras over there at 55. But I really want to find what do you call them? Star Wraith gauntlets. I don't even know if those are in the game right now. Everybody says they're not in the game, but I've seen people with them. Like they were in the game before the update and they got removed somehow. Let's go ahead and turn on spawn. And then we'll turn off everything else. Hey, Popo, what's up? Just so y'all know, me and Popo go way back. We used to play Minecraft together a lot. The Aether mod. What do you think of my ship, man? I don't think you've ever seen my ship. Look at this. About to hit the height limit. Man, I wish I could zoom out more. This is too tight. I'm going to hold up here for a second, let some islands load in. Close. Battlestar Galactica. Hey, Scott Creation. What's up? That's the name of my ship. Battlestar Hegemony. I know some people say it Hegemony. Hegemony sounds more awesome, so I say it that way. All right, onward. Hold on. How that? Thank you, Scar Creation. You are too kind. All right. Oh, I'll put the parking brake. All trash. Nobody got nothing. I'm going to check one more thing, and then we're going to get out of here. Although I think we're too high altitude. Yeah, nope, doesn't have it. Hey, Quick Tips, what up? Welcome to chat. I'm just tooling around here, seeing if I can find me some sparkly gauntlets. I don't mind heights. I gotta stop here because stuff's not loading in. When stuff doesn't load in, happy to have you back. Glad you're feeling better. Really? There's nothing out here? I'm going to sit here for a minute. There's got to be other islands out here. They must just be further. Because I've noticed, like, the closer islands will spawn first, and then the more distant ones can sometimes take a while. But anyway, while we're waiting, check out this absolute monstrosity. Look at this thing. You guys have no idea how long it took me to make. I've been working on this off camera for like 3-4 weeks, you guys. Look at that. So if I put a perfect crit rune on this thing, it'll have a 76% chance to crit. And then, if I use this, that's a 96% crit chance. Even with this one is a 91. Well, no, it's 10%, not 20. So it would be 86. What's this one? 5%? That's weird. It goes 5 and then 10. Well, I guess it's 5 and then double that. I guess that makes sense. 5100. Yeah, because this one's 200. Dude, I've been sleeping on these. The lethal precision, it goes 50, 100, and then the big one is 200. No Man's Land is an actual biome? What do you mean, like the rotten biomes? Yeah. I feel like maxing... Well, critical strike damage is easier to max out. Like, you can get to a point where it's like, I can do more, but I don't need it, because this doubles... Like, when you crit, you're already doubling your damage, right? But then if you have this, that's another 75. So Now my crit is an additional 75, so that's 1.75. This makes it 2.75, or maybe, yeah, increases critical damage by 100%. So it's another 2.75 at least. If this works like a harvest potion does, because harvest, it says gain 100% more, but that also doubles your gauntlets. So if you have a 600% gauntlets like I do, and you take this, it turns it into 1200%. So this might actually double all of my crit damage. And then, and this is something I'm going to work on later. I'm not going to do this now because it's going to take too long. I got a couple of these masks. Where did I put them? Here they are. Right here, crit strike damage. Because right now I'm wearing this thing, and I mean, look, without it, I still have decent AC. I don't need this hell. What is this? 11% fire resist, 4% poison? Who cares? I'll get rid of this, and I'll put on that feather mask. And that's going to increase, because the thing is, like, I don't need to resist damage if I kill everything before it can attack me. So I don't need resistances, I don't need armor class. See, look at that. Look at all those islands that spawned in, that were just there. And we're like, yeah, no, we're not going to... Look, this one's got a town on it. An entire town. So yeah, once you get up to 100%, and I am going to put the perfect crit rune on there. And I'm somewhat close. I think I have 4 big ones. It's gonna be a while before I get... I think what I'm going to have to do for that is I'm going to have to, like, farm, like, high-level, like, autumn dungeons. Nothing there. Nothing there. Because doing it with just rune fragments is going to take, like, the heat death of the universe. Oh, you got a tavern? Nope. This guy. Nope. So I mean, I posted a video the other day. I might post it as a short, like next week. Look at that. Plus crit chance. I'm going to take all of this. That's all stuff you can sell. But I posted a video the other day. With a similar weapon to this one in my other save, I killed a steamer colossus in 1 hit. It's an 8-second video. No, 5 seconds. I posted it in the show-off channel of the Discord forums. But yeah, crit is the way to go. Because once you get that 100%, you can then dedicate the rest of your effort to crit damage. And also, so here's something I figured out. Okay, so you see here it says 20% strong attack damage. That is when you go and do this. Let me show you. This, that's a strong attack. That's a fast attack. So that it's not stronger. Strong attack means when you do a power attack. And fast attack means when you just do a regular swing. So there is no damage bonus type that applies to everything. Backstab applies when your enemy hasn't seen you yet. Stronger crit damage only applies when you crit. Strong attack only applies on a power attack, and faster attack only applies on quick attacks, like regular swings that aren't power attacks. So, while that plus 20 is good, I don't have it most of the time. But if I have 20% crit damage, I always have, or I have 100% crit, I always have that critical strike damage. So I can just pile everything on the critical strike damage, max out my crit, and I'll always have this huge bonus to damage. Which, because it's a crit, is double. At least. Anyway, let's let's unburden ourselves here with all this extra stuff. Sell that, sell that. Turn this into sticks. Oh, wait. There you go. Not even any lockpicks. Oh, well. What do we got here? Look at that. This is like the only place to get these little boxes because I don't know how to make them. And I like the look of them with the metal trim. I don't actually have any yet, huh? I thought I had some. All right, well, now I got one. Got junk to sell. I'll sell it later. I'm not going back down there. I want to get this show going. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got there? That. Nah, not interested. What else do we got here? I see some jungle over here. Is there maybe a... No, nothing interesting. I actually have already done that. If you're having issues keeping stuff alive in the incubator, there's only one of two things that it can be. Either you're not putting enough water in it, or you're using the wrong type of soil. If you look at the seedling, here, let me show you real quick. So, you see on here where it says corn sapling, plant needs, forest, farm soil, and altitude. With the incubators, with these guys, you don't need to worry about altitude. That doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is because there's different types of soil. See, I got rotten forest and desert. I think there's one more. I think there's a jungle soil. I don't know if I have the recipe for it. Let me check. I do. Let's craft. Oh, you know what? I don't have any bone meal. I thought I had bone meal. I don't have bone meal over here. I don't know why it's not picking up the bone meal. Alright. So we got... We'll craft like 2 of these. That's fine. But, so you see there's 4 different kinds of soil. And each one of these types of saplings... Like, let's see. These, I think, are all forest. This one's desert. This one's forest. This one's forest. 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 So all of these are forest. This one's desert. And this one's rotten biome. So you got to make sure you're using the right type of soil. And then you got to harvest it when it's ready. If you let it sit too long without harvesting, it will spoil. No matter what you do, eventually it's going to spoil if you just let it sit there. There's nothing you can do to prevent that. But once the fruit is ripe, you go and harvest it, and then you can take the saplings out of the incubator and put them away and save them again to reuse later. You don't leave them unattended. Farming in here is not like in Minecraft. It's a very engaged activity. It's not a set it. and forget it like it is with Minecraft. Like you gotta be there and babysit it. Kind of a bummer. But that's okay because they gave us the harvest. So you can, like, you know, actually that's something I do need to do. I'm going to go do that real quick. I forgot. I wanted to plant some, what is this? Forest? All right. I'm going to plant these. That should be plenty. And then needs water. Let's see. Pumpkins and something else that I wanted to farm. Pumpkins, diligence, corn, and chokeberries. How many corn and how many chokeberries do I have? Might need to go get some more. Corn. I got plenty of chokeberries. We'll do 4 of each. So when they're ready to harvest, they start to sparkle, and I'll show you. I need more soil. Why does it not detect? Maybe I need to put it in this one. It might not detect it because it's in a desk. Really? Doesn't detect it there either? What about in here? What about an actual chest? Wow. The table cannot detect bone meal unless it's in your inventory. That's fine. All right. Wait, it's just, oh, that's jungle. That's not what I want. I want 1, 2, 3. There we go. Come on, go down the stairs. I don't understand what you mean. What switch? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. I'm like, oh, you mean the... Okay, I gotcha. I forgot I did that. So it turns out that when you have a ton of containers on your ship, it makes the proximity crafting take longer. I pushed the wrong button. So I locked a bunch of my containers, and it did not seem to have an effect. All right, see, these are starting to sprout. When they're ready to harvest, they will start to sparkle. Then, I'm going to put these bad boys on. Wait until you see how much I get from these. I don't actually need this one. right, these should be good for a little bit. I'm going to keep flying and then check back on in a couple minutes. They do take about 10 minutes to be ripe. Nothing around here. Let's move on. I didn't even realize. I am flying straight east. Look at that. I hope that they give us some... I mean, not necessarily like light sources, but I would love for the... for some blocks that are luminescent. Like, not even a huge radius. Kind of like how the blue and green and yellow dust. But I don't want it in dust. Like, I want to use those dust to make blocks. I want to make spirit blocks and blaze blocks and power blocks. Or force blocks. Oh, stuff's not spawning it again. This is obnoxious. All right. Let's go check on our pumpkins. All right, everything's good. Just got to make sure they got plenty of water. See, look at that. I stopped directly above not one, but 2 towns. Didn't even know they were there. Those towns are like really close together. You think they send homing pigeons back and forth to like communicate? They each only have 3 shops, so it's going to be the 3 default shops. But let me check the weapons vendors. But yeah, I do have on my channel a basic guide to farming that covers a few other things in here that I may or may not have missed. Alright, so let me double check. Actually, I didn't miss it. Nope. Yeah, a lot of people have said that, and a suggestion has been made on the suggestion and feedback tab on the Discord. And the devs have seen the suggestion. So they know that people want that. So maybe we'll get something like that in a future update. Honestly, I think one of the things that would balance it out is I think incubators should require power. Because they have these big, bright lights in them that are supposed to be reproducing, like... And it's not like a regular light bulb. Those kind of light bulbs are full spectrum lights because they're producing the light that's supposed to mimic the sun. Mm-hmm. So, like in real life, those kind of lights that are used in like incubators like that, they're like power guzzlers. So that absolutely should be using power. And I think if they were to hook it up to power and say, all right, well, you got to use power now, but now that would justify, well, we've got a power system going. Why not hook up a sprinkler? Which I think would be a fair trade. It's like, I have to hook up another power generator. Or, you know, if my system has a surplus in it already. Oh, this one's got a carpenter. See if he's got. Nothing interesting. We got an aluminum ingot. I'll take that. If we get a sprinkler, they're going to make us hook up power anyway. Because otherwise, it's like, well, how's the sprinkler operating? Oh, I found my ice. When I was back at spawn, I was filming a video, and I opened up the chest on the Scorpion 2. And there was all this ice and sulfur in there. And I was like, oh, there's my ice. I knew I had ice. Let's top these guys off. They're looking a little thirsty. Yeah, maybe don't say that joke then. I might get rid of this desk and just put a little end table here and here, and then have two of these metal boxes on it. See, I knew I had another one. And just do it that way. Because this desk just kind of feels out of place. Let me see what I got. I got something that would fit in down there. Like, what do I have? I can put all the... Okay, yeah, you know what? I know what I'm going to do. All right. So. Do this on one. And this on the other. And this will actually increase my total storage capacity. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. All of this stuff is going to go over here, which this has more storage capacity than the desk. So I should have been doing this from the get-go. That. Take those. Let's sort those out. And then really? Put this here, and that's just going to be for these. And the gauntlets when I'm not wearing them. You just put the rest of this stuff away. That away. That away. Okay. Let me try something here. There is... here we go. There we go. It keeps trying to go past the ladder instead of just climbing down it. Oh, they're coming in. I don't like them going all the way to the top, though, like this. Ugh. I think what I might do instead... Man, I haven't found the recipe for the red or blue roof yet. And that's kind of irritating me. No, not this one. This one. There. No. Yeah, that looks better. All right. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. When nature calls, generally you don't want to let it go to voicemail. Okay, so the chokeberries are they're already done. And I don't know if you can see it in there. You can see it a little bit better from the side. You see how there's like sparklies around it? When you see these sparkles, that's when you know it's ready to harvest. Because like you can look at these, there's no sparkles here, and there's no sparkles here. I don't know why this is so opaque. Like these are much clearer and easier to see through than these are, and I don't understand why. I don't know why they're like that. Maybe it's just because the plant inside is different. I don't know. You know what? This looks like empty. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna put 2 more in over here. I might even put a few right here. Yeah, I think I might do that. What, the blue lights? Oh, I've got a whole video on how to get those. They're actually really easy to get. See, sometimes... Here, I think I might have an extra one I can actually just show you. If you go down into the steamer mine shafts, do you know what I'm talking about? They're just big holes in the ground. Big, huge squares. They're like 12 by 12 square holes in the ground full of steamers and steamer spiders. When you go down in there, let me see. I've got a couple. All right, so check this out, right? Every once in a while, you'll find one. You see how it's like they're against the wall, but sometimes they'll spawn like this, right? Where they're backwards. Or here, let me give you another example, right? Sometimes they'll also spawn like this, right? And all you got to do is just put a block behind them, right? And it can be a stick block. Like I'm going to show you right now. When you remove the stick block, pops off. Put over here, pops off. And because they just spawn like that naturally glitched, like facing away from the wall instead of attached to the wall. And because normally, like, if I hit this with a pickaxe, I can wail on it all day. It's not going to break because it's made out of rusty steamer metal. It's indestructible. But if it's not attached to the wall, which usually it's attached to a steamer block, so you can't move the block either. But when it's glitched like that, it's really easy to get. Oh, you looking on the corn here? Let's see. See, as long as you keep watering them, they won't spoil. But if I walk away, these are all going to rot. If you want to go get some, I would go get them now before the update, because they might fix these lights in the update so that they don't pop off anymore. There was a lot of other steamer items that used to do that like would spawn on like dirt or on top of wood, and you could dig up the dirt or break the wood and the steamer item would pop off, and they fixed almost all of them. The lights are like the one thing they didn't fix. Yeah, I found one in my other save file that's got like 9. Sometimes you'll find one where like half the lights in the mine are busted or glitched. let's go fly around for a little bit. Give our pumpkins time to mature. I don't mean to keep stopping at these towns, but it's like all the map's giving me right now. It's just village after village after village. And in particular, I like these villages that have the little four-top shops, the little not booths. What are they called? Not kiosks. Shacks. Stalls. The little market stalls. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, she's got some lock picks. Bro, who dressed you? Purple with blue boots? Come on. Look at you. You're wearing trash bags on your feet. I'm going to wear a fancy silk outfit and trash bags for shoes. Sharpness. Sharp. Nothing interesting. Got over here. This is the armor. He's probably not going to have anything interesting. Nope. Wait. I just found this stuff in your store. Can you buy it from me? Here, you want some wood I stole from your neighbor? Thanks for the free ingots. Wait, hold on. I just remembered something. Oh, he doesn't have it. Okay. I remembered seeing an herbalist, and I'm like, oh, and in case you're wondering, the different types of soil, you can buy the recipes from the herbalists, and I think alchemists. Obviously, herbalists for sure. I'm not sure about alchemists, but for sure, herbalists. All right, back to the ship. Here's one thing that bugs me is, like, stuff don't grow at the same speed. Like, these have been ready to harvest for a while, and these guys are still, like... And I planted them first, and they're just dragging ass. I guess because pumpkins and corn are bigger than just these little berries, it makes sense that these tiny little berries would ripen first. But it's like, I'm not here for realism, guys. Just make it a flat, 10 or 20 minutes or something so I can set a timer and then go down and harvest all my stuff at the same time. Oh, now it's foggy. I hate this. That is a really bright light. What is that? I swear, if that's just some, like, flower. Y'all saw that, right? Like that. You see that glittery? Like, if it was blue, I'd be like, oh, well, that's a gem, but it's not blue, it's yellow. Oh, I bet I know what it is. Well, no, that's a village. That might just be a torch. I bet it's a torch. Oh, it's a glitched highlighted item. Those are starting to get obnoxious. It's like, okay, so you see how I have this cube with a white outline highlighted? That white dot, that's what this highlight looks like from 1,000 blocks away. It just looks like a white point of light. Like a yellowish white. Anything else around that isn't like trolling? What's that? Huh. Can't quite make that out. And you know, to just touch back on these lights for a second, you see how they're kind of a bluish? I love this color that they produce. Because it's like, it illuminates the room a little bit, but not much, and it gives it this like bluish glow. I really like these lights. Despite the fact that anybody who's actually served in the US Navy knows, blue lights are the worst color of all colors that you can have visible on the exterior of your ship. Like, you don't want those on the outside of the ship. Because the blue wavelength of light... Hold on a sec, before I jump off of here. The blue wavelength of light is the one that is visible from the furthest away. Red is the one that is less visible. That's why in the military, all the external lights on a ship are red. Our pumpkins are ready. Our corn? Corn's not ready. Everybody's waiting on you, corn. Let me water these guys up. I'm wearing the wrong gauntlets, but that's okay. I don't care. There's nothing in here that the gauntlets are going to make or break me. Really? There's no guards anywhere in this tower? See, there's another glitched thing right there. You can see it from here. Some iron. Man, this frame rate is... Oh, wait, I want those arrows. Change. Where'd he go? Oh, he jumped down. Hey, what's up? Welcome to chat. How you been? I'm just doing a little bit of light housekeeping in this here autumn biome dungeon while waiting for my corn to ripen so I can harvest it. Tiny box. Oh, that can go to a vendor. That can go to a vendor. I'm not. I am definitely not searching for capybara merchant ever again. I found 3. And they're all really close together. Relatively speaking. Ooh, shiny. What'd I get? Fortify? Eh. It's a bonus to defense, but only while I'm standing still, and I don't know if you guys noticed, I don't really stand still much. Ooh, big sword. With backstab on a great sword. Awesome. Ooh, green dust. I'll take that. I didn't know you could get green dust in those. I love these things. You bump into it's like paper cut, 35% bonus damage. Got a sliver in my cuticle. 35% bonus damage. Shut up. I've been here already. Ah, stairs going down. Here we go. There he is. Potential. What's it worth? 831? Nice. I can go to a vendor. Let's see. Keep that. I'll go to a vendor. Trash, trash. 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 Hey, Blackout, what's up? Jeez, that one resisted. Look at that. For nothing. Ah, here we go. Boss fight. Well, mini boss. Oh, I got something I didn't already have. Backstab! Alright. Speaking of backstab... See a blue gem. Yoink. Why they gotta make you build stairs? Alright, I don't think I had that one yet. I guess I do. There's the other one. Sell that. Alright, we're done here. Moving on. Yeah, I'd be dying every 5 minutes. Alright. Oh, alright, our corn is ready. Alright, let's do our harvest. Look at that. These harvests are so big, they're causing lag. Already past a full stack. I'm going to collect these as well. What? Oh. Of course. Where's the... I did put them back. Okay. Wow, 70 from 1. Look at that. Wow, 300 almost. From 4 plants. That's awesome. Let me go put this stuff away. I got too much stuff. All right, let's see. Vendor. Vendor. Yep, that's basically how farming works. You just gotta kind of keep an eye on it. Why is this in here? That don't go there. Over here. Paper. Sell that. I might as well sell that too. These are identical. I don't need two of them. What is this? Shock blast? Oh, it's a medium. That's why. I don't have one that size. And then we'll toss this guy in here. Oh, we got a whole rune out of that. I thought we were going to get fragments. Nice. See, every once in a while, you get like a whole rune. Oh, this goes over here. All right. Onward. What are we at right now? 21K? Halfway almost. 50K or bust. All right. Let me grab a bit of money and all this junk. Because there are 1, 2, 3, 4 shops and the market stalls. So there's 8 vendors in this town. Surely one of them will have something I want. Nope. Wait, yes. I'm gonna start buying aluminum. I don't always buy the aluminum ingots, but I've got so much money and so much junk to sell that it's like, why not? You don't have anything worth buying? You do not. Sorry. No. No. Alright. What about you? In copper. Backstab! Alright. Alright. backstab. All right. Backstab. All right. A lot of backstab. All right. Usually one of these tables has something on it. I think it's this one. There we go. I don't always remember which one it is. There's a, if you come over here and chop, like, the one that's kitty corner to this pillar, there's always going to be, like one of these up there. Because you see how there's a space up there. And then, like, this one's got a barrel under it, right? Look at that. Free stuff. But I always grab that one that's got the, so that, those, that. I don't even care. So that. You don't even have any ingots. You're useless. Alright, like the ship. Pick this town clean. Imagine Slappy in a dungeon where you have to sneak slowly to stay. Oh, yeah. No. I should just keep these in here. There. It's still foggy. This is annoying. Oh. Oh. Why did it flip me around like that? I hate it when it does that. It's been nothing but autumn biome. Can I get some rotten biomes, please? Or at least a jungle? Man. It's been like 30k of autumn biome. Like with nothing else. Just village after village after village. It's like, okay. I get it. Give me something else. Jeez. Thank you. Was that so hard? All I wanted was a little bit of junk. Just to break up the scenery. No, I'm going to go over and check that out. Probably nothing there. A couple goblins, maybe a chest. Sorry, Grimverds. Actually, no, there's going to be some spine jaws here, I think. Yep. Yes, I see you and I hear you. You can stop bring... There's surprisingly a lot of stuff on this tiny little rock. Any caves at all. Even a tiny cave would be really great. Nope. No, you don't. Ooh. Let's go over there. I bet this one's got a cave. There's a cave right there. I still got my harvest gauntlets on. And I need some stuff from the jungle. Oh, we got several patches of ice here. Who's taking bets on if I get a shield? I could have sworn I saw... Why is it so quiet? Get some music going, please? I guess that'll work. Oh, that's what I saw. Okay. I thought I saw, what's that orange stuff? Manolith. But I didn't. It was just that thing. All right. Back to ship. How many did I get? 28? Awesome. What are these in here? I guess I must have just stuck them in here because I didn't have anywhere else to put them. It's there. Snack. I gotta get rid of some of that. I got too much meat. Oh, that one's full. Anything else? Coins. That'll work. And this goes. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got. That one. Let's go over to this one. I don't think I have chili peppers yet. Or papayas. I hate playing while watching you. Every time you open one of your gold chests, I start looking around in game. I used to do that all the time. I'd be listening. I used to like there's a lot of YouTubers I watch, but in particular the one I really liked was Waddles. He did a lot of really good. He still does. He's still doing a lot of really good Minecraft content. I'm a big fan of him. And he's one of the major influences on my style. And I'd be listening to him while playing Minecraft, and I'd hear and I jump and I'm like, what, where? And it's not a creeper by me, it's a creeper in the YouTube video. Thinks he's clever. Didn't have that one yet. Ah! You come charging at me, and the first time I swing, you jump back. So there are apparently 6 of these totems. Look at this. We got papayas. Like a lot. Look at this. There's a lot of them. I don't think these are very good, though. I'm pretty sure papayas are trash. Last chance, light, and purification. Yeah, they're trash. I'm never going to farm these. I'm just going to dig them up just to get the saplings to have them in my... Ah, see, there we go. See, it's stuff like this that makes me feel like I'm the bad guy of this video game. Because these goblins were just living peacefully until this dude flew a giant, ominous black ship overhead and then just jumped down from the sky, took all of their food, and then dug up all the trees so no food would ever grow again. And then just left them to starve. The ones he didn't kill. Like, I'm a raider. Just raiding this otherwise peaceful village that didn't do anything to me. This. I'm going to take these because I think I can get green stuff out of them. Ooh, look! A round artifact. That's my first one. I didn't know they could just be sitting on tables in these villages. I'm gonna have to hit more of these villages. Ah, here we go. This is what I was looking for. A cave. These plants right here are the ones I'm looking for. Blue ones. What do these do? Forget. Sharpen sink. That's useful. Telling you right now, guys, if they don't give us whatever biome it is that spirit wood comes from in the next update, because they are giving us creative mode. I'm flipping over to creative mode, and I'm just going to give myself like a stack of spirit wood so that I can unlock master level potions and a bigger ship. Because I'm tired of waiting for that. I want it. See, everybody else is like, I want altitude. I'm like, I don't want altitude. I want size. I want a big honking like Babylon 5, Deep Space Nine, like giant honking space station. How many of those did I get? 56. All right. I need those little blue flowers too. Let me check that recipe again. Because there's a food thing that I want to make. It sits around the shit. I'm not fat. I'm big boned. Peacefully plump. Food and drink. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. So I need... What is that? Cotton pumpkin. Wait, then what did I need the other one for? Was it this one? Yeah, that's the one. And I need these. The snow, whatever they are. Oh, I need ferns too? Okay, well I can get those. There's lots of ferns in the jungle. Where? I hear him, I don't see him. What did I need these for then? Oh, because they're for sharpness and strength. Okay. They're for alchemy, not food. Ah, chili peppers. Okay, here we go. Again, there's a lot of them. I like this. Okay. You know what I would love to see them add? Pineapple. Right, how many saplings? I got 6 of these. 5 of these. That's good. See, these are good. The sharp instinct and fire resistance. That's good. Now. Ooh, look at this. A trio of new recipes. Upside down pineapple, yeah. We got a couple more mangoes here. Or papayas, I mean. And we got 6 papayas. Nice. 6 of each. I don't... No, get back here. I want to deal with you. Shoot. Dang it. I don't like dealing with those bugs. It's a lot easier to kill them when they're larvae. Here we go. Let's get some ferns. Look at that. 28 per. I don't even have a potion going. Could you imagine if I had a potion going? Double all of this? That's a cursed vase right there. That's plenty of ferns right there. Alright. Let's get some of those blue flowers, which I know are also found in this biome. I want. Didn't see that coming. That's aloe, I think. Yeah. Oh, it's agave. But all it does is purification. Aloe does soft hands. Where are them little blue flowers? Ooh, it's pouring rain outside now. A rat? Up here? In a jungle? Hey, I'm not seeing any of these blue flowers. Wait, was it? Snowdrops? Oh, you know what? Those aren't in this biome. That's the other blue one. These are snowdrops. I've already got some of those. But I think I was thinking of... There's another blue flower. It's just one flower, not a bouquet like that one is. Ah, there it is. I was thinking of this one. The glimmer spike. I was thinking of the wrong flower. So what we got for jungle, we got that one and that one. These are all, except for that one's desert. Orange, orange. I like to put them in color order. It makes it pretty. I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to hold on to this for a little bit. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to toss this in here. Actually, I'm going to toss this and this in there too. Goes. We'll put this in here. Right next to that. Oh, I got more to put there. I'm going to put this in there and this. So much stuff. Didn't have any bamboo yet. All right. All right. Skulls. Nope. There we go. I wish it would draw from the one that's not full. Draw from this one. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to shut this one off. There we go. Look at that. See? We did get some. So these jungle dirt blocks, they give you a spirit crystal dust. castle with an upside-down pineapple has a bunch of beds with mortivars and grimwords in the loincloths. I have no idea what you're talking about, Zero Mist. The castle with an upside-down pineapple? Wow, thank you, Scar Creation. That's awesome. You are too generous, good sir. Live long and Everwind. I like that. Been on that. Man, it's still foggy. What is with this fog? It just doesn't go away. All right, you know what? I'm tired of just. Let's just keep going. I didn't know that was what that meant either. I'm not feigning innocent. Like, I literally did not know that. I don't think that's as common knowledge as you think it is. And I'm not like some innocent, naive. I served in the Navy. I've heard dirty things. I've seen dirty things. I've been behind that black curtain at the back of the video store. For those of you who remember video stores. Well, that's good to know. Why am I frozen? Okay. Come on. Oh my god, I hate this. You probably shouldn't be sharing that stuff publicly. Yeah, for help with everyone, and it will quote your videos. They're scraping my videos without my consent? I feel violated. But at the same time, like, I'm begrudgingly, like, flattered that there's enough of my content out there that AI is like, let's quote that guy. He seems to know what he's talking about. Like, of course, they're not checking to see if I know what I'm talking about. But they think I do. Hey, simmer down. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, if it was, like, way back. If it's declassified, that's different. I mean, it's strength. And this new update can't get here soon enough. There's so much stuff I want to do. Look at this one right here. Ooh, it does lethal precision. Okay. The snowdrop ones are... this is another one that... lockpicking and harvest. Okay. Harvest is the important. Lockpicking is useful, but... I mean... we got a mask that can get up to, I think, 15. And you can get up to, I think, 25% lockpicking on gauntlets. I mean, I guess another 20% from a potion is only a good thing. Because right now, with the way the game is set up, we're not remotely capable of getting, I think, reasonably you could get 50% bonus to lockpicking. You can't get 100. It's not possible right now. If you have perfect gauntlets and a perfect pirate hat and a master level potion, you still couldn't get, you might get to like 65 or 70, I don't know. But you for sure cannot get 100%. It'd be nice if they let us make, because we've got cane, not cane. Yeah, there's sugar cane in this game, so we could make rum. And we got agave here, so we could make tequila. And if they add potatoes, we could make vodka. Oh, and there's berries. There's an assortment of berries, so we can make wine. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. And there's been a lot of speculation. But I like, the reason I say I'm looking for a bigger ship and all that is because I know that's coming sooner. Like, I do want to know what the story is and like what the quest line is going to be. And like, is it really going to be, because they keep saying it's like Skyrim and Minecraft. And if that's the scale of the quests and the storyline, that it's a Skyrim level story, that would be awesome. But I know something like that, we're probably not getting for a year from now. Not even a year from when early access started. A year starting now. Because that is a huge undertaking. And it's probably a big part of the reason why other stuff is going slow. Because as they develop the story and the plot and all that, other things are going to change around it. Like, they might decide, okay, well, we're going to have this one, like, device or wood type that allows people to go higher. We're going to put it at a different altitude because we want to delay players getting to that altitude until after they've gotten to this point in the story. Yeah. Ambitious indeed. And if they get even halfway, if they're like, I'm trying to think of a game that would be like half a Skyrim. If they do Ocarina of Time, for example, which I think is half a Skyrim, I'd be beyond satisfied with that. Or like, I think, you know what, a Majora's Mask might be a better comparison. Majora's Mask, I don't know if it was smaller than Ocarina of Time, but it felt smaller. It was a more intimate story. Oh yeah, now everybody's got the game. I think at this point, anybody that doesn't have the game either had never heard of it, and that's why they didn't buy it because they didn't know it existed, or they're waiting till full release to get the whole game. Some people do that. For most games, I do that. But after playing the demo, I'm like, well, it's a free demo. After I tried the demo, I was like, okay, when this hits early access, I'm absolutely buying it day one. Because even partially complete, as it is right now, we've got, I don't know, 20% of the game maybe? It's already amazing. Like, if they stopped development right now, I'd be like, well, that's a bummer. But it's still a good game as it is right now. And you're telling me we're getting more? Yes, please. I already don't regret spending money on this game. And every update that comes out after this is just gravy. Actually, no, I need those. I want to get some of those snowdrops. Let me check this island right here. Oh, I agree, but I don't think there's any risk of that. I don't think there's any risk of them not finishing the game. I mean, if they tomorrow were to say, like, all right, we're going to release everything we've done developed and stop, I think we'd get a mountain of content just from what they've already got done that they haven't released yet, because it's like they've got like whole packages of stuff they want to release together. And so like we've got 8 of the 12 pieces done. So 8 pieces are done and the other 12 are waiting for those to put the whole thing out. You know? But I really don't think there's any risk of them not finishing this game. It's got too much hype. It's too good. There doesn't really seem to be, and granted, my exposure to the team has been limited, but I haven't seen or heard any hints or rumors of any friction in the development team, which sometimes you hear about that, like in, what is it, Star Citizen? You guys see that the other day? I don't see that happening on this game. And it's like, if they talk to each other when like players and fans and stuff are watching, how do they talk to each other when they're behind closed doors and the camera's turned off? But I don't get any sense of that from this team. So I'm not worried at all. I've said it before, I'll say it again, this game has a bright future. Ah, here we go. That's what I'm looking for. There's some more on here. That wasn't the only one. Yeah, the lighting needs work on this game. I'm going to grab these. Look at that. I mean, the lighting's not bad, but like, there's no ambient occlusion right now. And it really makes the shadows kind of feel like cardboard on the floor. Oh, from the Star Citizen. Yeah. I think that might have been the only one on this island. And I didn't have my harvest gloves on when I picked it up. All right, back to the ship. The pirate hat spawns on pirate vendors. Maybe there's one around nearby. Let me check. Yeah, I got a donation. It was Scar Creation. It was really great, really nice. Man, I hope an island doesn't appear directly underneath me. That would suck. Ah, see? Almost. All right, let me see here. Are there any? There's nothing. Wow. Let me go to the top of that tower. A rotten biome over there. Not what I'm looking for. Oh, some, I forget what they're called. Not orchids. Ooh, these are good. Yeah, jump boost. These are only good for Windborne. But I don't have them yet, and now I do. It is, because you got to kill a lot of pirates to get it. The average seems to be about 40. but it can be a lot higher. In this save, I think I had to kill around 55. Ah, this lag. It keep moving. Wow, 18K on that thing. Yeah, I feel like if they were gonna flake out on us, they'd have already done it by now. Yeah, but if the worst thing they have is problems moderating their Discord, I'm fine with that. They should just appoint moderators from the community, like who know what to do, or at least have time to figure it out. Because they're busy. So they don't have time to like go and research stuff. Like, yeah, there's a solution for that, and it's just none of them know how to implement it. I think the Dom said that they were discussing a plan to implement something. Huh. Yeah, my first one on my other save, I have 2 on that save. The first one took me forever. The second one was like another 20 kills and I got it. I just realized I'm climbing the wrong tower. I'm like, why is this so difficult? I'm climbing the wrong one. Oh, you think you're funny? Wait till I get up there. We'll see how funny you are. Let's see. Nope. Oh, there is nothing. Okay. 2-week period before the message got deleted in the server by the person. And I don't ever look at it, including the people I pinged. Okay, did you try the, like... Because there's a function where you can report a message, where you can flag a message as spam within Discord. And when I do that, the message is gone in minutes. So I don't know if that's Discord that's doing it, or if that's a mod, or an admin, or somebody. But... what does this do? Ugh. I don't even need that. Soft hands. I thought it was the other one. I thought it was diligence. There's two different, like, cat's tails looking things. There's this one, and then there's another one. It's similar. It's just this one's a little bit more pink than the other one. Like, it's got a pink tint. Like, obviously it's brown, but it's like a pinkish brown. Whereas the other one's more of a, I don't know, like a brownish brown. These right here, these are my boys. Oh my god, you're just a frog. And I've got a hammer that might as well be called the Frog Smasher 9000. Take that and that. I didn't know this recipe was that valuable. Take that. Indeed. I always forget which one's which, though, until I look at him. No, that's not one. There we go. It's better. Yeah, see, this is the one I was talking about. Now, they're almost identical. This one's got, like, I guess, spikes on it. And you can see it's got more of a pinkish color to it than this one. And they're both called Typha, but this one's Typha latifolia. Phylum Philistinidae, genus Cucocanium. Anybody? Anybody know what that's from? Some of you might not be old enough to remember it. That line, Phylum Philistinidae, genus Cucocanium. It's from the scene in the original, like, 2004. No, it would have been 2000. It was earlier than that because it was before 9/11. Because it's from the Spider-Man. They're the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Maybe it was 2001. Because I remember some of the ads had spider webs strung between the two towers. And then after 9/11, they stopped running the ad. There's a scene where before he gets bit, where they're in a science lab or museum or something, and they're talking about this new fancy genetically engineered spider that they created, and the scientist is talking to the kids and she goes, "This is a new spider that we've created, phylum Philistetidae, genus Cucanium." And it's such a weird line that it always stuck in my head. Grass goes over here. Fibers, not grass. And then... yeah, runes go here. Huh. I had no idea. So here. Well, like I said, if that's the only flaw in this team, then I think we should count our blessings. Because there's a lot of... oh, this is... I forgot to collect these. They grew again. Huh. Man, here we go. Well, you know what I should do? The whole point of that is to start cooking these. Yeah. Look at that. 64. What did I run out of that I don't have? Oh, I ran out of the flowers. I got a ton of these. I need more of those flowers. Anything interesting? All right. Onward. To victory. No. There we go. All right. I mean, you could always just put that in the feedback section. There is a tag for Discord. You just be like, hey, I wish you guys would like step up your moderation game. I mean, like, I understand where you're coming from, but I can't foresee a scenario where some kind of trivial nothing burger drama on the Discord would result in the game dying. I mean, I've seen some drama over on the Reddit already. No, it wasn't the Reddit. It was worse. It was on the Steam community page. And the only thing that resulted from that was one guy was like, and this was a self-inflicted, like fully humiliated. What is that building right there? I'm curious. This guy was like, he was just going off about like, no, that's not how this works. And everybody, like I'm watching this and I know for a fact the things that he's saying are like not just wrong, but like wildly wrong. Like the kind of wrong that makes you go, have you even played this game? Like it sounded like he was just making stuff up. And he was just asserting with such intense confidence, like, no, this is how it works. And everybody's like, dude, we all know that you're wrong. What are you talking about? And I mean, if that didn't cause any drama, like all that ended up happening is the guy finally just stopped replying. Yeah, you remember that guy? It's like, it's not like he was wildly wrong. It's not like he said that, something was like in the second altitude and it's actually the second sub altitude, like a little detail like he misspoke. He was saying things that were like wildly wrong to the point that it sounded like he was making it up and lying on purpose. Like not even close wrong. It's like if I were to, I don't remember what the conversation was about, but it would be like if I said the top speed of the ships is like 500 blocks per second. Like it's not even close. Yeah, you're probably that's what I'm saying. Is like a lot of this stuff doesn't even count as drama. It's just one person putting their foot in their mouth. Like all the way up to their hip. I'm just saying, like that is the most like ostentatious thing that I have seen. I haven't seen any drama. I haven't seen, like, the other day somebody said a transphobic thing, and I replied to them very matter-of-factly. Like, I didn't, like, retort back. I was just like, what are you talking about? And they deleted the comment, and they quit the Discord server. So, like, I don't see any drama happening. Because the few times that I've seen anything that could even begin to approach drama, it fizzles out. Somebody made the comment that they didn't want to play a game with trans people. And I replied, I would. And I guess that was enough for them to go, oh, wow, that's not my kind of crowd. And they rage quit the server. Like, they didn't even reply. They deleted the original message and they quit the server. Yeah. But I mean, as long as when someone comes in trying to start some stuff up, if we all are like, hey dude, not here. This is not the place for that. You can just go away now. Which I think this community is pretty solid at that. There've been a few times where I've seen people get into, and I have to admit, I've been guilty of this myself once or twice, where I get into a semi-heated conversation with somebody, and either I will moderate myself or the other person will moderate themselves, or we'll just come to an understanding. Like, I haven't seen any real, like, slobber knocker, like, cussing match fights. I don't see any drama in this community. And anytime anything starts to get close, it self-moderates. So I'm not worried about that. This is a very positive community. I have one, sort of. I rarely use them because there hasn't been a need. Like, you guys are all pretty chill. I've never had a problem in my chat. In the, like, year plus that I've been streaming. Okay, I'm going to stop because there's literally nothing. I'm in the void. Yeah, we're very fortunate. No, it's just because I'm going so fast, it takes this long for the islands to render. Like the render distance on here, if you go to options, where is it? Chunk draw distance. You see this? It's 0 or 1. Those are your only options. I have it set to 1. And if you set it to 0, you just can't see anything. It's just your ship in the void. Because at 0, even the chunk you're in doesn't render. It's just, for some reason, there's something about this game that makes the islands just load in super slow. Yeah, maybe I should cut it down to 40. Yeah, quick tips. I agree. I mean, it's just a game. There's no reason to start drama over a game. And that's what I tell myself whenever I start feeling myself get agitated or start arguing with somebody. Is like, am I really going to get mad and start like a real argument, like a fight over a game about blocks? Really? I just tell myself, just shut up and have fun. Yes, I have. They're not hard to get to. Even after the update, it's still pretty easy to get there. I mean, let's see here. Right here. Levitation. And I got 4 of these, and I can make more. You just pop a couple of those, and you just fly right up there. I could probably get up to that one pretty easy. There's nothing on them. There's nothing on the Snowy Islands except for snowy grass. Let me see if I, No, this one. Blocks. Round. Do I have... Yeah, see? Snowy grass blocks. This is the grass that's up. This is the only unique block that's up there. Is snowy grass. Yeah, sure. I am working on a request for a video. I had several people request that I do a tour of all of my ships. So I'm doing that in a unique way. But yeah, the only thing that's up there is you'll find a lot of coal deposits on the undersides of the islands. But then there's just like regular forest wood, trees, and snowy blocks and stone, and that's it. But yeah, Scar Creation, what do you want? Name it. What's the video request? I mean, a little bit. I haven't looked around too much up there, but like that's the undeveloped region of the game. Even if there were caves, there wouldn't be anything in the caves except for maybe the occasional coal. There isn't anything on those islands. The developers haven't added anything to them yet. They've said so. They've told us we haven't put anything up there. The only unique thing up there is the snowy grass block. So it's worth it to go up there once to break the snowy grass block, so you have it if you want to make a snowy scene. But other than that, do I have all the marble blocks yet? I do have them all. Do I have black cloth? I do have black cloth. All right. Yeah, I saw that claim, but they were also saying that it was like way up at like an altitude of like 7,000. And I could see that being possible as like a glitch of the generation. You know, kind of like when you get to the end biomes. And not end biomes. When you... I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of three things at the same time here. So it's kind of like when you get to the far lands in Minecraft, you know how you get that glitchy terrain generation? I could see it in this game where if you got all the way up to 7,000 or 8,000 altitude, that the terrain generation started glitching and just putting in way too many shrines. Or not shrines, monoliths. Like, it's possible. I can understand if that was happening. But I have not seen it myself, so I can't verify. And I don't want to accuse that person of lying because they might be telling the truth. Ooh. This one's got aluminum. Okay. That's the town hall. %, harvest. Nothing interesting. All right, but I do want to buy those aluminum ingots, so I'm going to go get some money. Yeah, basically. Hold on, let me check something here real quick. The most beneficial resource. I'm reading Scar Creation's message here. Based off the biome island that you encounter, What is the most beneficial resource you should be looking for? I could. But the ultimate goal for expansion of the game is too early to say what direction the developers want to go. Do you think they have a Minecraft fourth plane? What do you mean like that? Like they're planning to do like a nether type alternate dimension or like an end or an ether or something? I mean, technically we're playing in the ether. This is an ether mod. Another world beyond just the scope of this one. Well, you know, it's funny you should say that because let me see if it's visible. It's not because it's daytime. So there's a lot of celestial bodies. There's the big planet that looks like it's cracked. There's the other one that looks like it's got a big hand on it. But then there's a moon. But the moon is not round. I'll show it to you guys if it pops out. See, there's the one with the big crack on it. I don't see the other one. It's kind of further away, so that means the other one might be closer. No, that's not the one I'm talking about. That's another planet. That one is round. What I'm talking about is... So, in the real world, Mars, the planet Mars, has a moon, right? But the moon, which I believe is called Io? Let me look it up. Moon of Mars. Phobos and Deimos. It's got two, right? Now, these moons... Thank you, Saifu Jones. These moons are so small that they don't have sufficient gravity to force them to be round. So they're kind of more like chicken nugget shaped. They're irregularly shaped. Now, there's a moon in this game that is similarly irregularly shaped. And I call it a moon only because it's colored like Earth's moon. It's that pale gray, almost white. And it looks like it's got craters. But if you look real close, it's made of blocks. And I think at some point we will be able to go to that moon. It might be at an altitude of 10,000. I don't know. That might be where the final boss fight of the whole game is. But I think that's our destination. Is that weirdly shaped... It's shaped like a potato. The weird potato moon. When it goes nighttime, I'll point it out. And it's like super bright. No, you're talking about these lights over here. That's not what I'm talking about. I am not talking about this planet. That's not a moon. That's a planet. I'm talking about a different object, not this. What's on the screen right now is not that. What I'm talking about looks like I'll when it goes nighttime again, I'll point it out. It doesn't always come up either. That's the thing, is it doesn't come up every night. Hopefully it'll come up tonight. Not the claw moon. Not that one either. It's a third object. It's much smaller. Yeah, there's a third object. There's the two big, there's the shattered planet, there's the claw planet, and then there's a third smaller object. You've never looked up? It's been there since the demo. I mean, apparently not. Apparently nobody's noticed it. And I am keenly observant. I am a master of observation. Nothing escapes my notice. Oh, just walked into a wall. Do I have this one yet? I think I do. I do already have that one. That was wasted money. Alright. So. You got nothing? You got nothing? You got nothing. Alright. Back to the ship. That actually is not known, Blackyard. No, we don't know. Because all we can see is just a big ocean. We think we're on a planet, but based on what we know of the lore, all these islands are pieces of the planet. So we might be on a planet that's entirely aquatic, and all the pieces of continents are just flying up in the sky, being held up by some crazy wild magic. We don't actually know what we're on. I think that we are, because when you look up, let me see if we can see it. You see how there's rings around us everywhere? In every direction? That means we're inside the rings. And the rings are going around that planet. So I think we are some kind of a moon around that bigger planet. Because you have to understand what purpose the water serves. The water is not water. So here's how I think the development of the game went. When they were originally creating this game, they were going to make it look like the end in Minecraft, where there's just nothing. You're just floating in the void. But they're like, if we do that, it's going to feel too much like... Plus, there's also the logistical problem of, if there's no water, how do you get to your first ship? Are they just going to put a wrecked ship right there on the first island? That's not fun. So they're like, well, we got to put something there. And it also marks the bottom, like it's basically bedrock. But they couldn't put a solid bedrock, because if you fall and you hit it, you die. So they said, well, what if we make the bedrock liquid? We'll make it water. So just like you can't go under the bedrock in Minecraft, you can't go under the water in this game, because it's not really water. It's just liquid bedrock. It's just, instead of saying it's impossible to break through without cheating, they'll say, no, you can go through it, but you'll instantly die. There has been a lot of players requesting aquatic content, and the developers have said soft maybe in the distant future, because aquatic content wasn't part of their original vision. This, in their minds, is a game about going up, and aquatic content would be going down. They're like, we're making Star Citizen, not Subnautica. But, better. On both counts. And less drama on both counts. I personally, I don't see how aquatic content could fit into this game, because there's nothing down there. It's the abyss. Because if you put water content, you have to put an ocean floor. And that creates so much more terrain to generate. Because right now, like the water, like from a programming perspective, it's just a flat sheet. There's not actually water there. It's just this is the line, and below it, there's nothing there except for a couple of islands. I mean, there's also from a lore perspective, like, if we had respirators, where did they come from? Who made them? If you look at the level of technology of humans in this game, they don't know how to make scuba gear. They don't know how to make underwater respirators. These guys are still wearing plate mail. They're still in the Dark Ages. You know, they're still in the medieval times. You know, they're walking, they're town guards, they're police officers are wearing armor and carrying swords. These guys don't have tech. The only race that could possibly create a respirator are the steamers. And the steamers don't breathe. Because they're machines. Why would they need respirators? I mean, right, I suppose, but again, where did they come from? Who created them? The Grimverds are the only ones with the magic to do something like that have to breathe, because the Mortivars are dead. They don't breathe either. They don't even have lungs. They're just bones. They don't have organs. So, but why do my messages keep unsending? What messages? Are you saying your messages in chat are bouncing? Maybe it's a connection issue? I don't know. I mean, in some respects, yeah, but at the same time, like, we've got steel weapons and steel tools. Oh, that's because I have an overlay, and it might be deleting it from your chat, but it's not deleting it from my overlay. I can still see it in the overlay. So when your messages are disappearing from chat, they're not disappearing from my screen, because I'm not looking at what you're looking at. Yeah, that's true. We have the wooden balloons, but there's going to be more. There is going to be more balloons, more advanced ship parts. What does a sleer? I don't follow. Was that a typo? The balloon? It makes the ship go up. But I mean, we're using the term balloon very loosely here. It's honestly not really a balloon, it's more of a parachute. I mean, I guess it's kind of like a hot air balloon. Even with the wooden balloon, that the technology is still like 1700, 18 years plus someone had. Yeah, because it's all steam powered. So yeah, it's 17 to 18. I would say 1800s, like 1820 to like 1900. Because they didn't have steam engines in the 1700s. That's an 1800s invention. That's when the Industrial Revolution happened. Someone had to build the steamers. They clearly were not meant to go without maintenance. Don't have a way to create more. Yeah, but we don't know that the people who created the steamers are on this planet. I mean, a lot of very respected scientists have stated that there's a very real possibility that our exploration of our own galaxy, of the Milky Way in real life, will not be done by humans, that it'll be done by robots. So the people on that planet up there, they might have built the steamers and sent them out on autopilot and said, go explore, find resources, learn about the universe, and come back and tell us what you find. I don't know if it'll do 20, but it'll certainly do more. The steel balloons and whatever the upgraded engine's going to be and the upgraded generators, they're all going to be better than what we've got now. So, like, this ship right now, I have... lag. You can see I got 8 balloons over here. With the steel ones, I might only need 4. I think they'll at least be double efficiency of what we've got now. Again with the fog. I think at some point they'll give us something that's like super advanced. That's not even a balloon anymore. It'll just be a rocket. Or like an anti-grav unit. You know, it'll just be like a pad or something, or a pod that you put on the bottom of your ship that gives it lift. Just an anti-gravity panel. That'll be some like ultra advanced steamer tech. Ooh. Look at what we have here. Yes, just what I needed. Speed boost. What makes you think? You got a lot of hit points. He was stunned for a minute. Right. It's a good way to start off an island. And I'm still at full health. Like I said, we are the bad guy of this game. Those creatures are passive. They do not attack first. They just walk up and they put up their hand like, you know, how Kimasabi. And then, you know, we come in and we kill them and we steal their land and just murder everything. Like, we're the bad guys. It's like that one, there's this one British skit where these two guys, they're like dressed like Nazis, right? And it's during World War II. And the one guy turns to the other one and he goes, Lawrence, yeah, Dave, are we the baddies? Like, what do you mean? He's like, are we the bad guys? I think we're the baddies. Because what are you talking about? It's like, well, like we have skulls on our helmets. That feels like a bad guy thing. Like, yeah, I never thought about it that way. Maybe we are the bad guys. And I think in this game, I think we're the baddies. Let's see if we can find... See if we can find some glitched lights in here. Glitched lights in the wild that are not artificially glitched. I know, right? This feels like the trash compactor. Well, there's no glitched ones over here. Let's go check the other branch. You see, that was 30-something. 36, I think. Confirm that you are the evil version. Not me, my character. Maybe you're right. Maybe I am the evil one. I do have a goatee. So I could be the evil one. Why am I walking so fast? Oh, I ran out of stamina, that's why. The great thing about steamers is I can just stand here and let my stamina come back, and they won't reach me in time. Okay, I don't know where you get this Jenko jeans thing from. I have never worn Jenko jeans. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't even wear cargo pants. Ooh, look, there's a glitched one. See it? There it is. Boom, got another one. And let me tell you, for those of you that don't know, in addition to being a really nice piece of decoration, look at how much these things are worth. 2,700 each. And when you grind them up, you get between 1 and 10 steamer ingots. These give you ingots when you grind them up. They are the most farmable item in the game for any one of a number of reasons. They do. They give ingots. I'll grind one up for you when we get back to the ship. I'll show you. And I asked the developers about that. I think I was talking to Sizzlepec. And they said, I'm like, getting like 8 or 9, and it seems to prefer higher quantities. I very rarely get less than 6. Like, I get mostly 7s and 8. Like, I put, 5 or 6 of these into a grinder and I'll get like 72 out of it, you know? Some crazy amount. That math doesn't work out. But maybe the other way around. I'll put like 7 and I'll get 52 ingots out of it. And that's what it was. It's the other way around. And I asked them, I'm like, that seems like a lot. And they're like, any steamer item that you put in there is going to give you the same amount of ingots. So every one of these blocks, when we break them, is going to give us steamer ingots. I just showed you. You didn't see how I did that? Here, I'll do it again. Look, I'll put this back on the wall. Where's the spot where it was? Here, it was right here, right? This is how it's supposed to be facing. But this is how it spawned. It spawned in glitch, like backwards like this. So all I did was I put a stick block on it, right? And when you remove the stick block, it just pops right off the wall. Right, well, there's a vault here, but it's been my experience that these vaults don't usually have anything good in them. So I'm not sure I want to come all the way back here with a key. I mean, if there was a hole in here somewhere that I could dig up inside, I'd do that, but... Alright. Well, I'm gonna go back to the ship now. Back to ship! Alright, check this out. Oh, wait. One light. Look at that, 6 ingots. Boom. That's why I always have so many of these. Because I go out and I collect these. I always keep a few extra, but anything I get over that, it goes in the grinder. Nice. Capybara statues are nice. I like those. That over here for now. The capybara statues are the only Grimrock statues that you cannot find in a Grimrock in a Grimverd temple. You could only find them on the Capybara Islands. Well, that's right. I don't keep those here. All right. Let's blow this popsicle stand. I'm not stopping at any more villages. I want to get to... it's after 9, but we're so close. We're 44. I'm gonna keep going until we get to 50K. Whoa! This is a big honkin' island. Hold on. This might be the biggest rotten biome island I have ever seen. Look at this. This thing is gigantic. And what is this thing? Like one of those landing pyramids for the steamer ships? Just with no ship on it? There we go. Ooh, and I didn't have the recipe for those yet. Nice. Do I have them all now? Let me check. Oh. I just realized I have a speed boost on top of my speed boots. Ooh, I didn't have that one yet. Nice. So I'm like going crazy fast right now. Don't need those. Don't need those either. Okay, let's check and see. Got the boots. Got the chest piece. Got the gloves. All right, we got the full set. Cool. There's gotta be more to this island. An island this big must have something good on it. Somewhere. What's this? Oh. It's a, what do you call it? A refinery. That's a tiny cave. All right, I'm going to go back to the ship and get a key before I jump in that hole. See any glitched lights down here. Ooh, there's one. I already had that recipe. Mirage? Eh. Alright. No. Got it. Got him. Alright. Back to it then. Ooh. Another elite. Dang it, I keep missing. How do you miss with a giant hammer? Eh. Alright. So I have to go down the hole. You watch, this is gonna be trash in here. Oh well, I mean, there's a blaze gem in there for once. See what else we got. Oh, thought I had that already. Okay, well, there's actually some good stuff in here for once. Go fig. I'd get on it quick, because, like I was saying earlier, these things might not be accessible after the update. They might fix that. Because it is a bug. So it's like, in all rights, it should be fixed. It's not supposed to do that. Well, they said hopefully by the end of this month. So I'm thinking first week of September at the latest. Let's, this stuff, that's all getting sold. This is going in the grinder. Yeah, exactly. But I don't think it's going to happen in late August. I think it's going to be sometime in the first week or two of September. They very wisely did not lock themselves into a date. They just said they'd try their best. Which I'm fine with. I don't want them to, like, push it out before it's ready and then have to, like, make a bunch of fixes. I'd rather they be confident in what they've got before they release it. I much prefer this development strategy than what we see from a lot of AAA developers where they're like, oh, we're going to set a date and then we're going to make all of our workers work 13 hours a day, 6 days a week. And then when the date gets here, we're putting it out even if it's not done yet. Or constant rollbacks of release dates like they did with GTA 6. Like, if you're not sure you can have it out by that date, don't even give me the date. Stop announcing dates and then changing them. I much prefer the way they're doing it here. I mean, one can only hope. I'm very close. Yeah, I have been grinding away at it, man. Like because I know that's a big part of, like, when people subscribe to a channel, they want to see, oh yeah, he's got lots of videos for me to watch. Okay. And I know some of my stuff is like I've been learning, like, recording and editing and shot composition, all this. I've been learning as I've been going. So especially a lot of my early stuff, like most YouTube channels, looks pretty rough. And I mean, I'm still developing. I'm still coming up with, I mean, I got a new guy. I don't, for those of you who watched my, my channel update video, it's on my, it's the most recent video that I did. I got a new guy, who's going to be putting out some shorts. I've already seen the first one. I'm going to be uploading it tomorrow. It is on the Wraith Lord video that I did. And it looks pretty nice. I think you guys are going to like it. Well, I very much appreciate that. All right, let's get out to 50K. There's nothing else in this area here. Giant island with a whole lot of nothing going on. Another giant island with nothing. Yeah, 46. It's on that island over there. Thank you. I am very grateful. I'm at a stage right now where every individual subscriber matters. So I am very appreciative of every person that subscribes. Because I am so close. I am so close to 1,000. I don't see anything else on that. All right. Let's just keep moving on. What I'm most excited for in this new update is they said that they were going to start slowly phasing in mod support. So I'm going to start doing mod reviews. Because that's where like mods are like the lifeblood of games like these. That's where the real like longevity of a game. Yeah, I'm because of constraints, I'm not going to be able to stream on Mondays anymore. But that's okay because it works out that I'm going to be doing mod review Mondays instead of streaming. So I'll put those out in the afternoon. I'll work on it all day on Sunday. But my Mondays are just so tight now. And like the early mods, it's only going to be like cosmetic stuff, like texture packs and I'm going to stop here for a second. So the early stuff is only going to be texture packs and like HUD stuff. Like when I say HUD, I mean like this stuff here that's at the bottom of the screen under my ship. You know, like the wheel and the knobs and dials and stuff. It's gonna, when somebody puts out one of those that's like a really nice like high HD one, that's gonna be so sick, man. Like a whole steampunk like overlay. It's gonna be so awesome. What do we got down here? A tiny building. Got a dungeon. You guys think there might be a king in there? It's too small, right? Let's go find out. Let's go in the back door. Ah, I missed it. Blue dust. I don't want any of the rest of that. Ooh, elite. What do we get? All stuff I already have. Ooh, I got an axe. All right. Come on. Wow, that's a lot of sprint speed. I might hold on to that. I didn't know he jumped over to me. All right, no, wait. I'll come to you. Wait up there. Seen a lot of elites today. Adrenaline, I'll take that. That's not bad. You can always tell who are the new Mortivar recruits because their armor looks like somebody told just go get something out of the trash armor pile. And they just threw something together, mixed and matched. Like this guy just started yesterday. He's only got a helmet. He's walking around naked. This is a much bigger island than I thought it was. Yeah, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Ba-dum-ba-dum. It's so weird to me that these guys just stand facing the wall like that. That's so Blair Witch. It's like probably the creepiest thing about this game. All right, well, I guess that's it. Back to the ship. Oh. Okay. How far are we are actually past 50K. So let's take a quick look around here. Some more islands have generated. I don't want to call it and then like right after every time I'm like, I'm gonna call it here, and then I log out and I look around and then oh look, there's a what is that? A tower? I'm like, I've discovered that I'm parked like directly above a golem or something that I just didn't notice. I got a hankering. I got a what's the word I'm looking for here? A hunch. I knew it started with an H. I got a hunch about this island right here. Small, it's rocky, and a good portion of the dungeon is exposed. Nothing here. I'm just gonna Zerg this thing real quick. See if there's a king in here. I got a hunch that there's a king in here. Nope, just a general. But at least we get a decent boss fight. Or a mini boss, anyway. Let's see what kind of treasure we get. Ooh, I don't have this spell book. Thornblast. Nice. That's kind of a rare one. That's a good note to go out on. Pick up all this loose gold. Actually, how much is this worth? Eh. Take that. Got a lot of treasure in here. Wow, look at that. All right, I think I'm done here. Go back to the ship. All right. Well, this has been a much more interesting run than usual. Or I should say lively, if not more interesting. I got a book I didn't have. And maybe I'll look around here tomorrow. But I'm going to call it here for now. It's way past 9. So thank you all for joining me. Thanks for checking out my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.